Alright, let's rewind the clock. It's 1945, World War II has just ended. The world is exhausted, battered, and broken. But also it's on the verge of something totally new. The old world order is gone. In its place, two superpowers, the US and the Soviet Union, staring each other down. This, my friends, is where global alliances start to really matter. Right out of the gate, the Cold War slams the world into two camps. On one side, the United States leads Western democracies in the NATO alliance. A promise that if one is attacked, everyone fights back. On the other, the Soviet Union corrals Eastern Europe into the Warsaw Pact, a military club with the same all-for-one energy, but from the opposite direction. It's chess, not checkers, and the stakes? World domination. But these alliances aren't just military, they shape culture, economics, even space exploration. The arms race, the space race, the kitchen debate, yeah, alliances made all that more intense. Countries pick sides, sometimes reluctantly, sometimes for survival. The world becomes a map of alliances, shifting, merging, splitting. Fast forward to the 1960s and 70s. Newly independent nations in Africa and Asia aren't so keen to just pick a side. They band together as the non-aligned movement, basically saying, hey, we're not pawns in your game. It's a new alliance, one defined by independence. Then the 80s roll in, the Berlin Wall comes down, and the Soviet Union collapses. Suddenly the world's biggest alliance, the Warsaw Pact, just dissolves. NATO? It doesn't pack up, instead it grows, welcoming former Soviet states. This shift upends what everyone thought they knew about global power. But alliances never stay still. In the 21st century, new ones emerge, old ones evolve. The European Union tightens bonds among European countries, not just for defense but for trade, travel, and even currency. In Asia, China builds its own network. Think the Shanghai Cooperation Organization or massive infrastructure projects spanning continents. The US, meanwhile, forms closer ties with Japan, South Korea, and Australia, counterbalancing rising powers. And let's not forget the wildcard alliances, coalitions against terrorism, like after 9/11s. Suddenly, countries that never saw eye-to-eye work together, sharing intel, resources, and sometimes launching joint military actions. It's proof that sometimes, common threats can override old rivalries. But here's the twist. Alliances aren't always forever. Brexit showed us that even the tightest groups can fracture. Trade wars pop up between friends. New tech, cyber threats, and changing economies mean countries are always rethinking who they trust and why. So what's the takeaway? Since World War II, shifting alliances have shaped not just wars and treaties, but entire ways of life. They influence what we buy, where we travel, and how safe we feel. The world map isn't just lines and borders, it's a living story of who's connected to whom and why. And as the world faces new challenges, climate change, pandemics, even AI, the alliances of tomorrow might look nothing like those of the past. One thing's for sure, global alliances will keep shaping the headlines and our lives for generations to come. Thanks for watching. If you found this history as fascinating as I do, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives. Catch you next time.